Hello everyone, welcome to VMS class. In this lesson, I am going to explain Python coding standards, in which the important one, PEP 8. And most of the interviews are having this question: what is PEP 8? This is a very important interview point of question. That's why I am going to add this topic in the list of series. Let us understand what is that. Imagine two programmers writing the same program. For example, programmer A writes clean, organized code. Programmer B writes messy and difficult to read. But both the programs produce the same output. So these two programmers are writing code, but they are written in different way. The first programmer writes clean and organized code. The second programmer writes messy and difficult to read code. Output will be same. Which program would you prefer to maintain? That is a question. Obviously, the first one, because it is clean and organized. Writing a program is not just about making it work. If I give some task, you are writing a program. Okay. But basically, that is not the thing. When you are writing the program, it should be easy to read, understand, and maintain. So, this is where PEP 8 comes into the picture. Okay, PEP 8. What is PEP 8 here? It stands for Python Enhancement Proposal. Okay, Python Enhancement Proposal. PEP 8 is the official style guide for writing the Python code. We need to follow some guidelines. There is an official guide, so which can help you to write the clean and organized code. So that is nothing but PEP 8. We can say it is a kind of a standard which most of the programmers should follow. Okay. It provides recommendations on how Python code should be written. If you are the programmer, you should follow some of the guidelines given in the PEP 8 so that everyone follows the same coding style. So think of it, it is nothing but a set of rules that make Python programmers clean and professional. So there are n numbers are working in a team. How all the programs are professionally written. So that is nothing but PEP 8 has provided a set of rules that makes our programs clean and professional. Okay, why is this PEP 8 is important? As mentioned, suppose a company has 100 Python developers working on the same project. If everyone writes the code in different style, each person is writing the code in different style, then reading and maintaining the code becomes very difficult. So for small programs or individual programs, you can write in any way. But if you are working in a company, 100 Pythons or developers are working together on a same project, then if all these 100 people are working in differently, then definitely the reading and maintainability of the code is very difficult. So that's why this PEP 8 helps the developers to write the code that is easy to read, easy to understand, easy to maintain, and consistent across all the projects. Okay, if all people are working in the same project, then the project is entirely consistent in all the programs. Okay, why PEP 8 is important? That is a question. We can say it is helpful for maintaining the programs, easy to read, easy to understand, easy to maintain, and consistent across all the projects. Okay, there are many rules are there in this PEP 8. I have mentioned some of the rules so that you can get some idea what is this PEP 8. Many rules are there. Just I am showing you some of the commonly used rules. For example, you are going to assign some value 50,000 to one variable. Okay. So basically, this way is bad. Okay. The bad way, A equal to 50,000. Instead, the good way is employee salary. So why you are taking a variable name A? You can give some meaningful name, employee underscore salary. So this is the good way. It is a meaningful variable name. Okay, this is one of the rule in PPH. Okay, so instead of writing this is a bad style, instead you can assign a meaningful variable name and assign the value to that. Meaningful names makes programmers that can be easy to understand. Second rule, use proper indentation. As of now, you don't know about the indentation. Don't worry, we'll try to explain that concept. Python uses indentation to define blocks of code. If you have a block, you are going to use the indentation. So normally we will use four spaces for indentation. Most of the editors like ideally VS Code do this automatically. Proper indentation that is required. Then leave spaces around the operators. You see this total equal to 10 plus 20. So it is the statement wise it is correct. There is no syntax error in this. But it is one of the standard says you can leave spaces around the operators. Instead of that, you can use total space equal to space 10 plus 20. So this is improving the readability of your program. So both are same, but this is having some spaces in between plus and equal to so that the readability is good. Try to understand there is no error in these two lines. Both are correct. Okay, this is also correct. This is also correct. But one of the convention you can follow is you can use some spaces around the operators. Adding spaces improves the readability. That is one more rule. Use blank lines. Now you have different parts in your program. Then you can separate all these different parts in your program using the blank line. So one part is completed, then you can give blank line. Second part, then blank line. Third part, like that you can give some blank lines instead of writing everything together like this. Okay, so giving this kind of blank lines instead of writing everything together, organize the code neatly. Clean code is easier to read. It is just for readability purpose. And some of the naming conventions you have to follow for variable names, functions, file names. Okay, you can use a lowercase letters for all of this. For example, even file name you can say student.py, employee.py, bank account.py. So these are all some proper naming convention instead of writing my program.py. Okay, if you have 100 programs, how you write it? My program 1, my program 2, my program 3. That is not a proper naming convention or test.py, abc.py. All these are the conventionally it is not good. Even though here also you can give whatever the name you want, but the recommended way you can use the names of your files like this. Okay. Even in our programs, we are going to use the name first.py instead of writing many names. Okay, just I will show everything in a single program. That is only the idea. But in real time, there will be many programs. You have to give the file names as as more as meaningful. Write a readable code. This is a primary thing. Good code is a code that another programmer can understand easily. Now, for example, this is your code. Okay, you are the person A. You wrote this code. If I give this code to some other person B, so this candidate must understand this code. Okay, that is what. Good code is the code that another programmer can understand easily. Instead of trying to write the clever code, write the simple code. Okay. Because code is read many times, but written only once. You're writing this program only one time. But this code will be written by many programmers many times. So that's why you need to write the readable code. Okay. So all of this, some of the examples of PEP8. I have given some of the best practices for beginners. You can write simple programs. It means simple code. Use meaningful names wherever it required. Keep your code properly aligned. Use blank lines wherever necessary. Follow one consistent coding style. The good developers always follow these habits. Okay, they will help throughout your programming career. Okay, so some of the commonly asked questions here. What is PEP8? PEP8 is the official Python style guide that provides recommendations for writing clean, readable, and consistent Python code. What does this PEP stands for? Python Enhancement Proposal. Okay, Python Enhancement Proposal. Why do companies follow this PEP8? Following this improves the code readability, consistency, collaboration, and maintainability, especially in large development teams. Okay, is following PEP8 is mandatory? No. So these are some convention. If you follow this, that is better. If you don't follow this, people cannot understand your code. Okay, Python programs run even if they don't follow PEP8 also. However, following PEP8 is considered as a professional best practice. How can you say you are the professional? So these are some, if you follow this kind of guidelines, then you can say you are the professional programmer. Or otherwise, we can say you are the student. Okay, you are not the professional one. So name any three PEP8 recommendations. We have seen few. You can use meaningful names, proper indentation, leave spaces around the operators. So these are some of the PEP8 recommendations. Which tool is commonly used to check PEP8 compliance? The popular tools includes like Flake 8, Code Style, and Black. So these are for automatic formatting. Some of the tools are there to check whether you are following all these guidelines or not. Okay, so try to understand this. This topic is important. So most of the interviews you are going to face this question. What is PEP8? Can you explain some of the recommendations of PEP8? Why this is needed? To check whether you are following the PEP8 guidelines or not, they may ask this question. Okay? So please be aware of that. Thank you. I will see you in the next lesson.